I know where
I
he
gotta
is.
respect
Yeah.
the Army man.
Yeah, that's my guy.
All right, go
Leonard,
ahead. Let's everybody try to get
Leonard, I've always wanted to ask you, what do you carry around in that folder?
Well, I got a lot of very, very important information.
Okay. Is there anything in the contract that states that Conor can't touch Floyd in these face-offs? They're getting really, really close to each other, yet showing amazing restraint.
No, there's no contracts. I think you got two guys that respect each other. They're just talking and you know they're competitors. They're competitors. Conor McGregor really thinks that he's gonna whip Floyd's ass. He really believes that, and Floyd knows that. He knows what he's gonna do to him.
What is going through your mind when you're watching this? Because I keep looking at you on the stage, and there's a massive smile on your face every time. What are you thinking as this madness is happening around you?
Because I'm amazed, like I was telling Kelly, I'm like, you know, we've been around for a very long time. We haven't seen anything like this. You know, and people can call it whatever they want to, but this is entertainment. Everybody wants to see this. You don't go and, you know, Kelly didn't work as hard, you know, putting this whole tour together, her and her team, you know, with having all the media members all across the globe. There's a tremendous amount of interest in this event. You know, you guys are here for a reason because you guys want to see them.
But Leonard, we can officially label Conor a habitual line stepper in the words of Charlie Murphy, right?
What'd you call him?
Habitual line stepper.
A line stepper?
Yes, man, he crosses the line more than most.
Well, I wouldn't call it crossing the line. I mean, I like his swag, man. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I like his swag. He comes to the press conference, he clean, and he talks a lot of shit. But he can back it up, though.
He's coming for your title as boxing's best fashion man, huh?
Did you say that again?
He's coming for your title as boxing's best fashion
Oh,
man.
you know, I just do what I do. I've been doing what I do for a long time. He's a very well-dressed guy, you know, and we pay each other compliments and those kind of things.
Now,
He carries himself very well.
In Floyd's fight with Juan Manuel Marquez, he was only able to land 69 punches. Juan Manuel Marquez. What do you say to the critics that say that Conor McGregor can not only is he not going to land 20 punches, he's not going to even win the fight?
Well, again, that's one thing that we've learned over the years, and I'll repeat the same thing. We all just saw what just happened recently. None of you guys were picking Jeff Horn to beat, what's the name, Manny Pacquiao. And remember this, Manny Pacquiao, all of you guys said that he was the fighter of the decade. How was he even competitive? Because that's why you fight the fights. That's why you fight the fights. He's very confident for a reason. I don't think that this is about, for him, making a bunch of money. He really, really, really deep down in his heart feels as though that he can beat Floyd. I'm convinced of that.
Leonard, this is all new to the MMA fans. Can you explain why Al Heyman never speaks to the media?
It's not Al's style. I mean, he's been that way, you know, he's just doesn't.
Shy?
No, it's not a matter of being shy. Just some people don't mind talking. Some people talk, and it's okay. Al just goes about doing his job, and you know, and that's what it is. I mean, I talk to him 10 times a day.
Is he on the tour too?
I'm not gonna get into all of that.
Very secretive.
Now,
Leonard, was 50-0 always the goal, or was Conor that compelling of a character?
I don't really think 50-0 really has the impact that you guys more per se are caught up in that whole thing. You know, Floyd was perfectly fine with being 49-0. And their opportunity arose. You know, here's a guy. We all know how this thing played out, and I'm just excited, and I'm just glad to be, you know, have played an integral part in making this historic event happen. And you know, this will go down as the biggest and best event ever in the history of anything.
What do you think London will be like? Are you worried about the reception there? Because there's
Worried?
Well, it's so close to Ireland.
No, that don't mean that. Floyd Mayweather has a tremendous presence in London. The fans adore him there. They adore Floyd.
You might think that he'll steal some of the cheers.
I don't think it's about stealing. I think that you have a guy that has shown a lot of love to the UK fans, and they will come out and they will really support Floyd. I think you're going to be surprised that when it comes to you know, because a lot of people don't know that, you know, the Brits and the Irish, you know what I'm saying?
Would you expect Canada to be so pro-McGregor, though?
Of course. Why not? You know, they do a lot of UFC events. They had a tremendous amount of success there. you know, and it is what it is because at the end of the day, this is great for the fans to be able to witness these two great athletes and entertainers up front and close and personal. This is historic to be able to say, hey, I was a part of that. I got a chance to see Mayweather and McGregor come face to face. You know, this is historic. I'm excited.
Leonard, I've got you. It's the hottest ticket in town. How many superstar celebrities have hit you up yet asking for tickets?
Oh, that's a great question, Ellie. That is a great question. I mean, we have gotten so many celebrity requests, and me and Steven were actually talking about this on the plane, you know, from every major athlete in every sport wants to get here. And the difference with us having this date, you have a lot of the NBA, because normally they would be, you know, doing their thing. I think that you're going to see a big NBA presence. I know that for a fact.
Any names you can share that have reached out?
From LeBron James on down. I mean, he's definitely going to be here. I mean, all the A-lister, you know, Hollywood stars.
Most famous.
I mean, you name it.
Any surprises tonight? You know, Drake came out yesterday. Who was
Yeah.
expecting someone
Who know? I don't know who's in town. I mean,
That's New York City, man.
everybody wants to come. Everybody wants to come and be part of.
Is everybody your best friend right now, Leonard?
Everybody's my best friend. I mean, just coming over here as I was getting ready, and I had gotten out the shower, I had got like 67 calls.
Wow. Tickets or?
And a lot of them, I just kind of glanced down and was just like, you know, tickets and. Yeah, but everybody's gonna be. I mean, it's like it's definitely gonna be a star-studded affair. You're gonna see people come out that you hadn't seen in a long time, and they're gonna come and they're gonna be ready.
Leonard, I gotta ask you, were you shocked at the way Conor came at Showtime and Steven Espinoza specifically yesterday?
I'm not gonna say I don't put nothing past that fool. I don't put nothing past. I mean, I would say that to his face too. I don't put nothing past Conor. I mean, he's being Conor. Conor's just being Conor. And it's like he likes to talk shit. And it's just like, and he's like, now what? Now what you gonna do?
Now we went back.
We come from a different kind of environment. I come from an inner city environment, and we talk trash. We talk trash whether it's on the basketball court, whether it's about, you know, ladies. We talk trash, and we brag, and I mean it's like it's no different. I like his swag. I'm not gonna lie, I like his swag. I like his swag. He cold with it. I tell him that every time I see him. I said, you got cold swag. I like it.
You think after this they could get along and be friends, because on that aspect they're very much the same?
Yeah, I don't see why. I mean, this is business at the end of the day. You got two strong competitors. It's no difference. It's no difference if, and we just gonna bag it up a little bit and use another sport. If Michael Jordan and LeBron James were playing in the same time, given equal circumstances, can you imagine the kind of trash talking Michael would be saying to LeBron and back and forth? Both of those guys think they're the best, and what they're gonna do to each other. That's what competitors do. That's what it is. I mean, a lot of times the fans don't get a chance to, but I've been up close and personal to see the kind of stuff that's being said in fights. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, Floyd was whipping Shane Mosley's ass to the point where when he was walking him down, he was beating him down, and he was talking to him. He was talking to him about a whole lot of stuff that's been going on. And it's just like, and the same with Oscar. You know, when we went into the Oscar fight, Oscar thought it was just going to be some nice guy stuff, and then he was like, you look around, and it's like, it's what it is. It's two competitors going at it. And that's what it's all about. It's entertainment.
I know you guys have
all that stuff about we're gentlemen, and that's cool and all for some people, but nobody's interested in that. I mean, where we at in a society with social media and the whole nine, people want to see all of that.
Yeah, something's resonating with this, but what we did at CompuBox is we went back and we counted all 10 of Conor McGregor's. Yeah,
Oh,
we
okay.
counted all 10 of Conor McGregor's stand-up fights.
Uh-huh.
And what we learned was we saw a fighter that throws no more than 40 punches per round. And we know that fighters that give Floyd trouble are guys that throw in the 80s and the 90s, like Cotto and Maidana. Now, do you expect Conor McGregor to come out as a counterpuncher, or do you think he's going to be a little more aggressive in this fight, given that he's already at a, let's be honest, a little bit of a skill set disadvantage?
I'm not saying I mean, the skill set, yeah, but there are a lot of factors, and I'm just being realistic. There's no way in 1,000 years would I would think that Conor McGregor is going to beat Floyd Mayweather. I would never believe that. But when I am smart enough to know that there are intangibles in things that happen in a fight. You know, again, one guy could get cut. One guy who has, you know, some hand injuries, he could hurt his hand, both of his hands. What happens then? There's a lot of factors that, you know, one guy's, you know, he's been off for a minute. And that guy, he's young and he's cocky for a reason. He ain't just saying that just because, and again, it's like, I'm impressed with his timing because Floyd has always had the best timing. That's why you see him doing pull counters and he does things to discourage him. Conor McGregor does the same thing. He'll pull over a shot. When he pulls over a shot, guys fall over and he hurt. And it's like, well, damn, it didn't look like he hit him that hard.
Well, you expect him to come out a little more aggressive, though, in this one?
I don't know. I think that he might. I don't think he's going to try to sit back and outbox Floyd. Nobody's going to be able to outbox Floyd.
Right.
But I think that he might wait for his moments that when, you know, because it's not like Floyd's going to be aggressive. I think you're going to see a little. Floyd will be the same old Floyd, but I think that this fight will be very exciting.
Were you disappointed with any of the comments that he made about the female members of the team yesterday?
I didn't really hear what he said about the female. I don't really get upset about none of that. As long as nobody's talking about nobody's kids and you know what I'm saying. It's not I don't get caught up into that because I don't think that he means any harm with anything that he's saying. I would never picture him as a guy who's a racist or anything. That's just, I never even heard him say the word, whatever somebody said, call somebody a boy. I mean, it's like, shit, people call me a boy sometimes. I mean, but do I worry about what people say? You just have to brush it off, you know, brush your
Like a
shoulders
duck,
off.
waterproof back, right?
Yeah, you know, at the end of the day, that's just talk.
Yeah.
We're gonna see what that mouth almighty happens. We're gonna see if he talking all that come when that bell rings. We're gonna see what he got to say then. We're gonna see what he got to say then.
Leonard, is Floyd surprised at the amount of trash this guy's talking? Obviously, he's known because of his background, but you know, Floyd's not used to getting a lot of respect from his opponents. Is Floyd at all surprised? Has there been any change in his demeanor based on the way that Conor's kind of just going out guns blazing, especially at the Toronto press conference?
No, I don't think that. I think that he looks at him as a guy that he looks at him and he just forces it and smiles and say, "This motherfucker he done copied my whole blueprint." See, other guys try to copy it, but they can't because either you got it or you got it. You got to have that it factor. You got to have that it factor. You know, Floyd does things, the unthinkable things that no other fighter could duplicate. And I think with Conor McGregor, he's the same way. I mean, that it's like he brings a certain amount of excitement. You know, he's a guy that when he walks in the room, he's looking to take over. He wants to steal the show. Conor McGregor thinks he's the man. As he say, he's the face of all of this. He really believes that. He's the face of the fight game, as he say. He believes that. He ain't just saying that. He honestly believes that.
Do you think Floyd is passing the torch? Even if Floyd wins, do you think he's passing the torch over to McGregor as the face of the fight game?
McGregor's going to be around for a long time. This is my opinion, and I think that he's going to take their sport to a whole another level. He's, like I said, he's very, very good at what he does. And again, we aren't counting anything out that he does. Again, I said, and that's why I was very, very shocked. I'm being honest. I was very, very shocked what happened last week or 2 weeks ago, whenever that fight was. I was very, very shocked at the outcome. And really, because I didn't watch it live, but I watched it when it was, you know, on the replay. And I was shocked at how competitive the other guy was, and he was able to initiate his will, and I was very shocked.
Leonard, I have to ask you this. Based on the response from LA and Toronto, if you had to put your thumb on it, how many pay-per-views will Mayweather McGregor start?
You know, me and Steven had this conversation. We don't get into predicting numbers and all that. I just know that we have a very, very special event. I'm very confident we have a very special event. As far as counting numbers and all that, that's up to you guys. We know that we have not had this kind of interest, support, where everybody wants to see this. I mean, you know, he brings something different to the table. Like I said, he's got the mouth almighty, the gift of gab, but he backs it up though. That's what he does.